Trojans will put total leather to crank us up. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Line gets set, first down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Pocket starts to collapse. Keeps it going. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Back to throw, it's Vandergriff. Floating away. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got his man. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw in the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking it.
Buys a little time with his feet. Looking down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established.
Looking, trying to escape, cannot. The sack thwarts the two-point try. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
The offense set for a first down play. The give to the back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Finds his man down the middle. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Wants to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
That's a really nice shot play called by the offensive coordinator. And what helps that coordinator feel confident calling that play? His offensive line. He knows these guys up front are going to give the quarterback time on a slow developing play to set up, scan the field, and find the open target.
Wants to throw. It's Vandergrift. The quick out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Quarterback floating away from pressure. The throw. He's got his man. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, USC 7, Kentucky 6.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll try to sneak it. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. He'll come out throwing on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. That completion will take him inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation, drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Wide out in motion. Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Here comes the 2-point try. Looking downfield, it's Vandergrift. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Kentucky 12, USC 7.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They'll give it to the back. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
guys out the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
At the 35, he's open. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Catch in the middle, it's Branch. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Makes the grab on the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. First and goal. The back goes in motion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got it! Takes it to the house! Touchdown, Trojans!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
14, Kentucky, 12.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half.
And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the timing just a hair off.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit different.
Sends it downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Buys a little extra time. He'll take another shot here. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense.
I'll tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
That keeps the score. USC, 14, Kentucky, 12.
Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Trying to set the tone with the run. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Discards a man. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. Lets it fly. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
Great job by the offense. Listen, the defense is going to sit back in zone. You know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those 1st downs, get those big chunks.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Yeah, and the QB never wants to miss inside on an out route, right? You got to throw it to the sidelines. Don't let anybody undercut that, go make a big play. And he did. He put it outside, put it on the money. I think the receiver needs to do a little better job. They got to secure that catch. He was open enough to make that play.
They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
USC 14, Kentucky 12.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. He's going to pass on 2nd down. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, USC.
USC.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. On the run, fires downfield. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted.
It doesn't